Welcome back to Mexico News Network's Daily News, broadcasting from El Dorado Yala Spa Resort by Charisma. Remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus for more information, and visit our website www.mexiconewsnetwork.com. And we cannot speak of Mexican tradition, music, or even food without immediately relating to the typical Mexican hat dance, better known as the Jarabe Tapatío, often called the national dance of Mexico and recognized globally. It dates back to the 19th century and has positioned itself worldwide as one of the most emblematic symbols of Mexico and its heritage. It is an authentic expression of folkloric and picturesque art, a piece that evokes a sense of national identity and celebrates Mexico's culture at its highest. Originating in the state of Jalisco, the Jarabe Tapatío has a rather interesting story behind it. The earliest evidence of the Jarabe Tapatío dates back to the late 18th century, originally performed by female couples shortly before the Mexican War of Independence. Not longer after, male-female couples began to perform it, only to have it banned by colonial and religious authorities for being morally offensive and challenging to Spain's ruling despite its innocent dance moves. Back in those days, it was used as a form of protest and rebellion, and soon after the Mexican War of Independence came to an end and it became even more popular. But what does it actually mean? The Jarabe Tapatío is a dance that celebrates romantic courtship. It was performed by the national couple of Mexico, the Charro Mexicano and the China Poblana. During this courtship, the woman first rejects the man, but after a few taps on the dance floor, she takes him in. The Jarabe Tapatío slowly turned into today's emblem of Mexico, a charming, graceful, and vibrant song filled with vivid beats, lively melodies, and it captures the senses. And now I will tell you something about Mexico City's newest attraction, which takes place in a neighborhood that tourists have been avoiding for years. I'm talking about Tepito, one of the oldest and most dangerous neighborhoods in Mexico City. Located near the city's center, Tepito features a sprawling street market that's famous for moving large amounts of smuggled goods. It is said that you can find almost anything there, a trait that makes it as feared as it is appealing. Among Mexicans, there is a saying, if something gets stolen, you will probably find it in Tepito's market. Adelheid Rosen, a Dutch artist, created a tour named Safari en Tepito as a way to end the stigma of this part of the town. Safari en Tepito features a play directed by Daniel Jimenez Cacho in order to outsiders see other side of Tepito and show that this part of the city is not as bad as it is commonly believed to be. Rosen hopes to show that Tepiteños are honest and hardworking people who are willing to open their doors to visitors. Rosen and Cacho hired 8 Mexican actors to live in Tepito for 15 days to immerse themselves fully in the neighborhood life. Once they were ready, with the help of a local supporting cast of actual residents, they offered a $30 tour of Tepito, complete with sightseeing, role-playing, and reenactments of scenes inspired by the real world surrounding them. Rosen calls it participatory theater. Actors said their tour offers a unique look into the neighborhood life. Samuel Fenius, director of Oxford's Bodleian Library, presented a digital version of the Codex Mendoza to the public. This new app allows users to review previously unseen translations of the ancient document into Spanish and English. The importance of this app lies in the fact that researchers around the world now have an easier access to the Codex and to Mexico's past. According to the National Institute of Anthropology and History, since the app's original launch in January, it has registered almost 100,000 users along with its corresponding website. But What is the Codex Mendoza? A codex is a pictorial and iconic document that pre-Columbian Mesoamerican peoples used to employ to preserve and pass on knowledge, mainly about taxes, historical facts, and geography. They were commonly made of deer skin or amate, a kind of bark paper. But the Mendoza Codex was made with European paper, and its main objective was to display the wealth of the New World to the Spanish monarchs. This document was commissioned by Viceroy Antonio de Mendoza and ordered to be sent to the King of Spain in 1549. But the codex would never arrive as the ship was intercepted by French buccaneers. After passing from hand to hand over time, the codex was finally bought by the Oxford's Bodleian Library in 1659, where it is still now preserved. And in other news, time and human activity endanger many ancient monuments and places considered to be cultural heritage of humanity. In order to address these challenges, the non-profit organization SEARC has dedicated itself to create perfect replicas of these structures on 3D maps. With the challenge of digitizing 500 monuments over a term of 5 years, SEARC has documented more than 100 sites around the world, including Mount Rushmore, the Tower of London, the Opera House of Sydney, the ancient city of Thebes, the Lincoln Memorial, and many others. In Mexico, SEARC formed an alliance with the National Institute of Anthropology and History to create the project Sacred Cities of the Ancient Mexico, for which 11 Mexican archaeological sites were chosen, including Xochicalco, Teotihuacan, Monte Albán, Chichen Itza, and Paquimé. But how does it work? SEARC uses a portable laser that scans a beam of light pulsing 50,000 times per second over the entire site. The result is a digital archive that registers every detail, corner, and shadow on record. With this data, the team can make a 3D map of any given site. The work of scanning can take more than 3 weeks. Well, this was all for today, and thank you for watching us broadcasting from El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Carisma. I am your host, Sofia Rattinger, and do not forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and of course Google+, and log on to our website www.mexiconewsnetwork.com for more relevant information about Mexico and the world. We'll see you the next time.
Audio Jungle.